Hey, and welcome back. This to another episode of the Mike Prince Show and our Pick'em section. We have Ben and Jack joining in with us. How you guys doing today?
Doing great.
Doing great.
All right,
How about
good.
yourself?
Well, you know what? I can't complain, man. Being that the fact that I wasn't last on our last week picks, didn't knock it out the park, but at least I didn't strike out. Unlike somebody that's joined the conversation with us today. Jack, before we get into our picks this week, why don't you put us up to speed on where we're standing after last week's picks?
Okay, so our current tally is Michael Prince at 6 picks, correct? Jack at 6 picks, correct? And Ben is trailing by 1 with 5 correct.
Oh, so Ben's bringing up the rear this week.
Yes, sir.
All right. What you got to say about that, Ben?
Also bring up that I was the only one to pick the over and under correctly, so I'm actually at 6. Thank you.
Well, I know, I know you're being big and being this week, but the over under was in case we all were tied. So since we all went tied, you are this week's loser.
That's fine. I give y'all the Southern game, but we'll take that.
Yeah, you sure did, and I really appreciate that, man. I really appreciate that. Okay, look. With all that being said, and let me get this jab in before we know it. We're in a fantasy football league together, and I just want to let you know, don't take it personal, okay? Don't take it personal.
Yeah.
All right, Jack, give us our matchups for this week, man, so we can get rolling right along here.
All right. We're going to week 2 picks, and our first matchup is Mississippi Valley State at Austin Peay. I'm going to go with Austin Peay winning pretty big against Mississippi Valley, 45-13.
Wow, 45-13. Okay, I'm going to pick Peay to win as well. Austin Peay, I should say. You got me saying Peay. Austin Peay to win by the score of, I'm going to say 40-24.
Okay. I'm going to stick with that 40. I'm going to go with Austin, but I'm going to say 40-10.
40-10. Okay.
All right. In our next matchup, we have South Carolina State at Bethune-Cookman. Here, I think Bethune-Cookman is going to hold serve at home. Their first game at home, and they're going to win 28-24.
28-24. Well, my friends, since South Carolina are the defending champions from the Celebration Bowl of the MEAC, I think they will win on the road, and I am going to say the score will be 31-14 in favor of South Carolina State.
I hate to agree with you, Dr. Prince, but I'm going to go with South Carolina State also. But my number is 28-10.
Why you hate to agree with me, man?
28-10.
Oh, no comment on that. You just hate to agree with me. Okay.
28-10.
No problem. Bottom feeder.
Okay. All right. In our third matchup, we have Alabama State at UCLA. Definitely this matchup is definitely just Alabama State getting a check. So we're just going to go with UCLA 55, Alabama State 17.
55-17. I'm going to be in agreement. UCLA will win. I'm going to keep it, I guess, in the 50 range, but I'm going to go 49. 49 for UCLA, 10 for Alabama State.
I'm going to keep it UCLA 50-7.
50-7. Okay.
All right. Our fourth matchup, we have Albany State at Florida A&M. From my research, I believe that FAMU, after that loss to Jackson State, so I have beating FAMU at home 24-17.
Whoa. You know what? I feel that FAMU jittery, unstable ground. And man, did I get burned last week with them against Jackson State. I thought it would have been a much more competitive game. Albany State are pretty tough. And on paper, this should be a game that FAMU wins at home. Oh my goodness. I think I'm going to get rattled a bit again, but I'm gonna pick FAMU to win at home. I think it's going to be a dogfight though, with the status of FAMU right now, and I'm going to say FAMU pulls this one out 31-28.
Okay, I'm gonna go with FAMU, and with sense of humor, I'm gonna say if they lose this game, Willie Simmons, there's a coaching spot on the bench at PV. So I'm going FAMU 28-14.
Okay. You're going to have to go into the witness protection program after a while, man. That's all I can say.
Let's see. Moving on to our fifth matchup, we have Alcorn at Tulane. This is also one of those games where Alcorn is going to be just collecting a check, and we're going to say Tulane 45-21.
I'm in agreement. Tulane will probably win this game. Alcorn played tough against Stephen F. Austin, gave up a last-minute touchdown, lost 31-27. Although they lost, they played a strong game. I think they're going to be up for the challenge first half against Tulane, but I think because of depth and Tulane being an FBS program, Tulane wins this one. I'm going to say about a score of 42-24.
I'm just going to agree that the Corn is going to lose the game 42-14.
Okay, the Corn.
The Corn.
Yeah, I heard you the first
name,
time. The Corn. Okay.
3 corn at this.
In our next matchup, we have Grambling at Northwestern State. Here, I'm thinking Grambling bounces back from from last week's non-show. I think they pulled it out 17-14.
They stand in the state of Louisiana. Northwestern. As much as I want to go with the G-Men, I think Northwestern will pull this one out 21-17.
I am going to pick Northwestern 35-7.
35-7. Okay.
All right, on to our next matchup. We have Alabama A&M at Troy. I've kind of did a little research. Alabama A&M, they are a tough out. So I say they lose a tough battle at Troy, 35-33 Troy.
35-33 Troy. I'm going with Troy as well. I think Troy will score 35 points, but I think Alabama A&M, they're struggling trying to find some offense. I'm going to give them the benefit of scoring 17 points.
I think you're over there cheating. I'm going with Troy 35-14.
You didn't want to say 17 like me, so you went 14.
I wrote 14 down, sir. 14.
Okay. I'm just trying to say, I'm going to accuse me of cheating.
I think you're looking over my shoulder.
Well, I could be not, but why would I want to look over the person in the last place shoulder?
Well, we're going to see this week, sir.
Yeah, I got it. Carry on, Jack.
All right. On to our next matchup here. We have Jackson State at Tennessee State. Jackson State, they looked pretty good last week. I mean, you couldn't see any ill effects from the the flood and the traveling arrangements and things like that. So I think Jackson State keeps rolling, 41-17.
41-17. I'm in agreement. Jackson State are the big boys on the block right now, hitting hard. I can see Jackson State winning this game, and I'm going to say 42-10. Jackson State.
Well, I saw some deficiencies in the game, so I'm going Tennessee State, coached by Eddie George, 28-21.
28-21 Tennessee State. Okay.
All right. On to our next matchup. We have North American University at Arkansas Pine Bluff. I think this one's going to be a shootout as well. Arkansas Pine Bluff had a nice outing week 1, and I think they will continue with that and win their home opener 48-45.
North America University, if I'm not mistaken, this is the program out of Houston, correct?
Good question. I was trying to find a city as well where they're from.
If it's what I'm thinking, Pine Bluff ought to win this one hands down. And I'm going to say if Pine Bluff does not score at least 35 points, then there's really a big question mark with that offensive line and offensive unit with Doc Gamble. So I'm going to say Pine Bluff by the score 35, and I'll give North American the benefit of the doubt with 3 points.
Well, Mr. Prince, you are correct. They are out of Houston, so Stafford, Texas, to be exact. I have it at 28-7, Arkansas Pine Bluff.
Okay. Very good.
All right. On to our 10th matchup. We have Southern at LSU.
This will be our over. This will be our over and under game.
This is your over and under game. Okay. Well, I have no doubt who I believe you're picking. So go ahead, Jack, and keep it rolling. What do you think the score is going to be? Well, save your score. You got to save this. This is going to be the over and under. You just pick who you think the winner is, and then we'll go what the over under is. Okay, there we go.
Yeah. So definitely LSU Tigers, easy win.
Okay, I'm with you on that. LSU Tigers should win this one. And I know Ben is picking LSU Tigers. So now it's time for us to pick what we think the over-under is. This will be our official tiebreaker for the week, what the over-under is.
What do you think the score is going to be, if you don't mind telling?
Well, let's go with the over-under, then you tell what the score is going to be.
Okay. Well, since I don't speak French or anything, I was trying to prepare some French words, but they didn't come to me. Southern scored 86 points. The over and under will be 86.
Wow. The over under is 86. And what are you projecting the score to be, sir?
I projected to be. I really gave Southern the benefit of the doubt, so I said Southern 14, LSU 49.
Boy, that don't come out to 86 points.
No. I'm going under 86.
Oh, you're going under 86. Okay, I got you.
But I just said, since they put that 86 and 0 out there, I just took their number and said we'll make that the over-under number.
That's a high over-under number. I'm going to have to pick the under on that one. And I'm looking at this one being more of a maybe 59 LSU, 17 Southern University.
Okay. Well, Ben, I think you're looking over my shoulder because I have.
Is that what you said? 59-17?
Yes, 59-17. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Well, that would be over 80.
That would be over 86? No, it wouldn't.
No, I'm sorry, sir. That'd be under. I apologize.
And Ben, what was your score again?
Mine was Southern 14, LSU 49.
Okay. And yeah, like I was mentioning, Ben, I think you must be looking over my shoulder because I have the score of LSU 55, Southern 13. And I'm going with the under as well.
Oh, I just gave it to you. Everybody going under.
All right, Jack, keep us
All
moving.
right. On to our next matchup. We have the Texas Southern Tigers at North Texas, the Mean Green Machine. I think this one will be a shootout. TSU showed some fight against Prairie View, but I think Prairie View just overpowered TSU with a game plan where Prairie View just said, okay, if you're not going to change or adapt, we'll just keep doing the same thing. And so in this matchup, I'm going to have North Texas 28, TSU 24.
Wow. I believe North Texas will win. I believe North Texas will score 42 points, and I believe Texas Southern will score 20. So 42-20, North Texas over Texas Southern.
Well, I remember there was a guy back in the day. He would say something like, "Whoa, Nelly," and I did some. And unfortunately, my prayers go out to the family of Clark Yarbrough, I believe is his name. There was a young man who passed away at North Texas. So I believe because, unfortunately, the young man passed away, that they're going to put a can of open up on Texas Southern. So I have it at 42-7. Again, my prayers go out to the young man who passed away on the football team in North Texas, Clark Yarbrough.
Okay.
All right. In our last matchup for week 2, we have the Prairie View A&M Panthers at Abilene Christian. I like what I saw from Prairie View A&M, those Panthers. I like what just the coaching staff put together, the game plan that they stuck to. Even our backup quarterback getting in the game and keeping the offense flowing and all three levels, special teams, defense, offense. So I'm going to say Prairie View A&M 31, Abilene Christian 27.
Wow. I'm probably going to get kicked out of the group this week. Prairie View did look good against Texas Southern, but there were some things of concern for me. The few times that they did pass the ball, they were a bit off. It seemed a little awkward with the passing game. And fortunately, they were able to run their way to victory. But unless they can improve on the accuracy and efficiency of the passing game, I can see the Panthers falling a little short being on the road. I'm going to say Abilene Christian 35, Prairie View 24. And before Ben gives his pick, I want to let the listeners know that you can listen to that game live on the Open Mic Broadcast Network by simply dialing 857-777-0000. Ben, give us your pick, sir.
Before I do that, could you repeat that number one more time, sir, for the listeners?
857-777-0000.
You heard it live. I'm looking at Abilene scored 28 points last week against Lamar. And I love me some Prairie, but I'm realistic at the same time. So I'm saying, and it just bitters me to say it, that we'll lose the game 28-21.
Okay.
Hate to say.
No, I mean, I'm in agreement. I'm PV inside out. But like you say, being realistic about it, I would love to say Prairie View go 11-0 every season, but we know those are rare opportunities, and we are in the midst of competition. And I just think Abilene Christian being at home will have a slight advantage.
So, Jack, you're the only one that picked Prairie View, correct?
Yes, I'm the only one that is going with the Mighty Panthers to get the upset.
And I hope you're right. I really hope you're right, Jack. In all fairness, but in the spirit of
Yes.
competition, I don't want to be a homer without a cause. You know what I mean? I want to win. I don't want to be in last place. So it is what it is. And so, with that being said, any news of the week that you guys want to share with our listeners, man?
Yes, I actually looked up the first week's Black College poll, and if you don't mind, I'd like to share it with you, sir.
Go right ahead.
You want to get a top 10?
Top 10?
Top 10 or the top 10?
Let's go with the top 10.
Top 10. All right. So the number one team as of 1 week is Jackson State. The number two team will be South Carolina State. The number three team is North Carolina Central. The number four team is Alcorn State, or the Corn, as some people call it. I don't even like to call this team, but Southern. And
who?
I said Southern if you did.
Oh, okay.
Southern. The number 6 team is Tennessee State. The number 17 is Alabama A&M. The number 18, which shocks me, is North Carolina A&T. And the number 19 is the beloved Prairie View A&M University. And closing out the top 10 is, I don't know how this could happen, but Florida A&M. So those are the HBCU top 10 as of 1 week.
Florida A&M is number 10.
Yes, sir.
Wow. Okay. Well, I guess that's why they have polls to gather up and gather up discussion. And want to thank you guys for all of your discussions and features on this week. Any closing thoughts and comments for either of you guys before we wrap this week's segment up?
Well, just on the issues of polls, I have a poll here. They're saying that Jackson State is number 1, South Carolina State Bulldogs number 2, North Carolina Central Eagles number 3, Alabama State Hornets number 4, our mighty Prairie View A&M Panthers number 5, Hampton Pirates at number 6, Southern Jaguars at 7, Delaware State Hornets at 8, Alcorn State Braves at 9, and rounding out number 10, Tennessee State Tigers.
Wow, man, what a variation of polls. And polls are like opinions, right? Everyone has one.
Right.
So that's the good. We can keep the conversation going throughout the course of the season, but somebody is way off the marks on either poll. I'll let the people decide which one they think was way off the mark. Was it Ben's poll or was it Jack's poll? You guys let us know. Guys, I want to thank you all so much. Hopefully, Ben, you won't be bringing up the rear next week, and hopefully I won't be bringing it up either, right?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Any other thoughts or comments, gentlemen, before we wrap this thing up?
Yeah, one last closing comment. I just wanted to give a shout out to all of those Prairie View fans that came to the game and they stayed until the game was over. The Panthers did a good job from a fan standpoint, alumni standpoint. I just wanted to tell you thank you, and I look forward to seeing you again on that September the 17th game when we play in Corned Word back at the Hill.
Okay, you, Brother Jack?
I just piggyback on what Ben said. I did like the turnout there at the Prairie View game, even with the rain and the thunderstorm delay. I think we showed out, so let's keep the momentum going.
All right. Well, it was reported 13,125 in attendance for the 37th Annual Labor Day Classic, and PV Nation showed up in spite of, and let's hope that you can show up in Abilene, Texas, even though that's a mighty long haul away. Remind you that you can listen to that game live here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network by simply dialing 857-777-0000. That number one more time, 857-777-0000. Well, the time has come when we must exit stage left. I am the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince. Thank you guys so much for joining in with us. Don't forget you can follow me on Twitter at The Mike Prince Show and subscribe to our YouTube channel at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. And until the next time, you guys be blessed, and we'll see you on the other side.